Hello. This is the daily human design energy report for March 30th, 2023, last day of March. And so the sun is in the second line of gate 21, self-regulation or biting through. And so the might is right. The second line is really taking this energy and seeing how it best serves us, utilizes and serves us and runs through us. And so the legitimacy of action in response to fragrant and persistent interference. Powerful and extreme reaction. Here in the severest action will be the most successful. The legitimate rejection of interference in the material plane. A tendency to reject severity no matter how legitimate. The ego uncomfortable with severity. And so really learning those kind of like playing around with this constriction, right? This contraction. This is like that regulation, and how much pressure can we put on ourselves? How much do we feel like we need to break these rules and fly off and not listen to, or how much can we kind of lean into the structure, and can we find a way that the structure kind of leans in and fits and flows with us, right? And so how can we realize that there's a bigger kind of game going on, right? How can we just kind of lean into the game and play the game and have this fun and this joy and this excitement while it's going on, right? And so the might is right. And yes, looking at like the organization and looking at like the severity, and there are certain things that is more serious than others, but also realizing that there are going to be times to break those rules, and not all the time do we need to break it. Sometimes we need to just bend a little bit and be like, all right, this is the game. How can I make this game benefit me? How can I outsmart the game, right? Sometimes it's more fun to kind of outsmart it, out fun it, innovate it, right? Innovation coming out. And how can we shift it? How can we change it? How can we bring it into a way that suits us and that is gonna serve us in a better way, right? And so that's what's right? We're not doing anything to take advantage of anybody else, but we are here learning about this energy, here checking in with these energies and learning about them in a way so that we can kind of bend and mold ourselves in a way to get almost like that slingshot and launch ourselves forward. It's not like a manipulation. It's not taking advantage of. It's just working smarter, right? You're working smarter with the energy. You know that it's like being in a whirlpool and floating down a river. It's nicer to go down the tube, and just floating right along with it. And you just go with it. If you decide that's when and I paddleboard, I choose to go with the tide. It goes a little bit easier for me. And so, or if I want that workout, maybe I would do it in reverse, and I would choose to go upstream and make it a challenging and almost make me stand in place if I wanted to, or depending on the wind, right? And so we all can use that knowledge so that we can work smarter. And how can we realize that there's that structure there for a reason to sometimes make us stronger, especially when there are obstacles that we find. If we find that it is an obstacle, especially in the pandemic and everything, right? That was also an opportunity for people to really step up and show and shine. So we get Atman in reverse. And so finding something, and the card spilled all over. So this was the card that needed to come up because it wasn't going to be this one, but I just saw it. All right, Atman, the infinite aspect of the soul. Perhaps you're experiencing the pains of earthly life: stress, fear, trauma, jealousy, anger. You have gotten caught up in the day-to-day and lost touch with your greater connection to the universe. Have you forgotten that you are a child of the stars? Spend some time underneath the universe's curtains late at night and reconnect with the lost fragments of your soul. You are stardust, shaped as a human and filled with all wonders of the cosmos. Open your eyes to the magic that exists around you and within you. And so interesting, when we're feeling this constriction, when we're feeling this stress, right? When we're feeling that, it's like, how can we innovate this energy? How can we shift and think, okay, I'm not going to be able to shift this structure, but what can I shift within me so that I can feel this peace, so that I can have this? Maybe it's a shift in the schedule. It's a shift of the person that you're going to do it with. It's going to, whatever it is, how can you shift and tap in and remember that we are worthy, that we are unique, that we are valuable. And if something isn't feeling right, if something isn't working, then you're worthy and deserving of shifting that and changing that, and that you have the power to do that, and remembering that strength that you have, and start brainstorming and getting creative and getting innovative and thinking outside the box and realizing, okay, I like this, and this, and how can I work with this, and build it all together, right? And so get creative, tap in there, listen to your strategy and your authority. Sending you all so much love, and we'll see you next month.